This one? This whole research that's going on? Is there more than one? Depends who you ask. You. I was just asking you, really. I don't understand your job. I don't need to. I don't care about things I don't need to.
Are you trying to cheat on... No, we're not trying to get sexy with the security guard. We just need info, bruh.
What do you care about? Zane looks at me for the first time. You really want to talk, don't you? Well, there's not much else to do here. Besides, I'm interested in it all, aren't you?
Awkward bonus. What are you on about? Am I right, Phil? 100%.
My interests consist of what's for dinner and when my next puzzle book's coming. When's it coming? You get it delivered? Comes with the mail. He's back to not looking at me again. The mail? You mean the parcels? And the letters, yeah. The letters? Who would go to the trouble of sending mail all the way out here when we have email? I laugh, but Zane looks very serious. It's safer sending mail the old-fashioned way. With email, there's viruses, hackers, worms. Cyber terrorists. I get the feeling he's not very tech-savvy. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right? Not if I'm around. And besides, who would suspect that something important would be in a fragrant pink envelope? There's an awkward silence.
He's got a sexy mistress somewhere on the mainland.
Of course, being my usual socially inept self, I'm desperate to fill it. Need any help with that crossword? I'm pretty good. I can even do the cryptic puzzle in the Daily Inquirer. This line usually gains me a little kudos, but Zane simply ignores me. I decide to just come out and say what's on my mind. I mean, it can't make things more awkward than they already are. Zane, have you ever noticed anything strange going on here? Cats behaving weirdly?
Men behaving badly?
Zane suddenly looks up, his eyes locking straight onto mine, unwavering, and hard.
Daddy.
No? Have you? Well, not exactly, but he is looking at me properly for the first time since we met. I've definitely captured his attention, but I'm too nervous to follow through. I'm just being silly. The lack of human company can get to me. Gives me daft ideas. Such as... He's still staring at me, as though he's trying to read my mind. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel they're playing games on me like children. Hide and seek, that kind of thing. Some of those cats may be cleverer than any of us give them credit for.
Why does Zane sound like he's having a stroke? Maybe that's what he's doing. You can't see his lower arms.
Now it's my turn to be intrigued. In what way? They know when to stay out of the sun. You're going pink. The moment, if there was one, is over.
Sexy.
I decide maybe Zane isn't the best person to talk to about my concerns. Feeling unwanted and slightly dejected, I decide to head back to camp. I stand up and brush the sand off me. What's a 5-letter word for solitude? Alone. Zane silently scribbles in his book as I leave. Cleverer. This is gooder. Bester. Now Bucket gets it. One more recon. I've only got one more. Zane has little saggy tits?
He does, a little bit.
So this is the strange message that I get on my cat-a-log.
Oh, no.
I hear my catalog beeping. I'm the best dude, mate. I presume it's the professor. I tumble out of bed, half asleep, and fumble around looking for the device. I look at the screen, my eyes struggling to focus. The message isn't from the professor at all. There's no contact information. Come outside. Who is this? Come outside.
She's soon MD.
They obviously aren't going to respond to my question.
You're investigating, so, you know.
My curiosity is roused. I have a feeling there's something important to learn from this stranger, so I throw on my clothes and crawl out of my tent. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Anyone out here? Walk to the edge of the forest.
Oh god, what's happening?
I'm not going any further until you tell me who you are. Walk to the edge of the forest. No. Walk to the edge of the forest. Walk to the edge of the forest. Wank to the edge of the forest. Stop it. By now, I realized I have walked to the edge of the forest.
She's being controlled in the mind.
At the edge of the forest, I see something on the ground. As I get closer, it becomes clear that it's a small posy of flowers. I gingerly pick them up and notice that several of the flower heads are missing.
No, don't do it!
Follow the petals. And that's when I see the trail of little orange petals, the same color as the bouquet I'm holding.
Wank all over my trousers.
Oh.
Oh, Crowlo, please no. Not in public.
Well, I've come this far, no turning back now. I begin to walk. I'm nervous, so I call out. Hello? No answer. Louder this time. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh yeah, what was his voice?
It was Snape.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello? Who is that?
Who goes... Sorry. Who goes there?
Major? Is that you, Floofy Butt?
I really wish you wouldn't call me that, human. What on earth do you think you're playing at? Cavorting around the forest in the dead of night, causing a ruckus, Potter?
New flower, who that is? Oh, Major, you don't know how pleased I am to see you. I need your help.
And this can't wait until a civilized hour?
I'm afraid it can't. I'm not the one investigating this, or instigating this. I've been getting messages from an anonymous source asking me to follow them into the forest. Look, they've left this trail.
Kind of like the Monopoly Man. Ah, Calendula maritima, marigolds, herb of the sun. They're said to represent creativity, though some believe them to be symbols of cruelty and grief.
Your knowledge is always so impressive, but I have to say on this occasion it's not very comforting. Floofy Butt goes striding off with purpose.
Come along then, Filmuda. Are we going to follow this trail or not, Potter?
Are we romancing the ginger pussy?
No.
No, I'm not talking about Sophie. I shuffle awkwardly behind him.
Before the sun comes up, eh?
We
Hi,
continue
thanks
on.
for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Hello, I'm a Christmassy piece of garbage. Hey,
Hey,
Joker.
Joker. Merry Christmas.
How you doing?
How's
I
your Christmas?
hope you're doing well, and I hope you've got all the presents and things you want.
Yeah, did you open them already? We continue on for a short while and notice that the petals are getting more sparse. It's
Hello, I'm a
becoming
piece of garbage.
it's becoming more difficult to see them until eventually they seem to run out. And we find ourselves at a small clearing.
Welcome back, Kappas. Well, it appears somebody has been playing a joke on you, Filmuda.
I sadly agree. This has been nothing but a wild goose chase. Seems so, Major. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Let's get back to our beds before we waste any more precious snooze time on this fool. I turn to Floofy Butt and notice that his back is arched and his fur is puffed up, making him look even more floofy than usual. Something wrong, Major?
You tell me, human, does that pile of rocks look suspicious to you?
Amongst myriad rock piles, I notice a small, contrived-looking cairn. Floofy Butt's right, it looks far from natural. That looks to me like it's asking to be inspected, Major.
Well, get to it, Filmuda. The other one with the thumbs.
I begin to dismantle the small mound rock by rock, It's not until the foundation stone is removed that we find a manila envelope. Major, look, it's a letter.
Looks rather large for a letter, my dear. I think you ought to open it.
I fucking love the piece of garbage. The movie I watched last night had Professor Snape in it. Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman's so good.
Here or back at base?
Having got you this far, I think it's only fair that I have equal share of the spoils.
Spoils? Yes, perhaps we should look right now, Major. As I'm speaking, I've torn into the envelope.
Well, out with it, Potter.
Kill cat BC warrior kill cat cool story Bob.
It looks like drawings?
Hello, Frodo Gamer Geek, welcome. What sort of drawings?
I'm not sure, but they look quite old. Antique, even.
But do they have value, human?
Probably to someone. They appear to be sketches of people here on the island, but I don't recognize anyone. Why would someone lead me to these?
How do you know you're meant to find them?
Because we followed a trail and it led us here.
Actually, the trail ended a while back. This was a mere coincidence. I hardly see the intrigue in a few old scribbles. They show no artistic flair at all.
Here we go, bajingo mongering. Even so, I'm going to hang on to these to see if they prove relevant to whatever mystery is unfolding here on this island. Floofybutt rolls his eyes.
You really ought to focus more on the clues that matter instead of running around in the middle of the night, wild goose chases. Let's head back before anybody discovers you're missing.
I roll the drawings up and tuck them into my waistband.
I'm sorry, I'm hard. It's hard to do.
It happens. I will study them when I have more time. I think Floofybutt is probably right, but I don't want to miss a trick. And I don't want to miss a trick.
I'm officially hibernating.
Get some rest now, Filmuda. Finally, a sensible suggestion. I head after Floofybutt, struggling to keep up. I really need some sleep. Don't hibernate. Get up.
So am I around?
No, you're not around. So, we're done reconning.
Alright, time to research.
3 researches. Let's see what happens. Oh, we do have 3 researchers. How nice.
Time to round up some rowdy kitties.
So we're starting with this one and then moving up.
Yeah, may as well. Round them up. It's a sunny afternoon. Most of the cats are lazing on the beach. Perfect, like shooting fish in a barrel. I double check my supply list. Crate, treats, sedatives, snare, Snape, catnip, antiseptic cream for myself. I've got everything. I have a sick feeling in my tummy, but I ignore it as best I can.
It's diarrhea.
Montezuma's revenge! This is going to be a challenge, but I'm pleased the professor is trusting me. Professor Snape is trusting me with the more physical tasks. I walk out onto the beach, feeling like the child catcher. I keep reminding myself that I'm doing this for the greater good, even if it makes me unpopular with the cats. I set up the crate in an unsuspecting location and keep the Snape hidden behind my back. Catnip?
No.
At first, I stroll around trying to look as casual as possible, whistling a tune as I walk. I get close to one of the smaller cats. I start to stroke her. I want this to be as painless as possible. The cat responds well to me. She even starts to purr gently. Are you gonna come with me? The cat looks at me with big, wide, loving eyes. Come on then. I pick the cat up, carry her to the crate, and place her gently inside. I lock it shut. No, don't do it. I lock it shut even though the cat makes no attempt to escape. Well, that went better than expected. This may be a good day after all. Emboldened with my success, I approach one of the slightly larger cats. Hey matey, shall we get in the basket?
There you go, that's the person wears shares. Follow him.
I give him a little stroke. He doesn't respond badly, although he doesn't seem particularly interested either. I put my hands on either side of his body, ready to pick him up. He doesn't look happy about it, and growls a warning at me. Hey mister, it's gonna be okay. We're just going on a little trip, alright? As soon as I start to lift, all hell breaks loose. Yowling.
That's the yowling.
Give him a little stroke.
Phil, I think I found a candy. Kappa.
Do it, Crollo.
Why is Psyduck dry humping the statue's face?
Why not? I mean, come on,
Because
Timmy.
the statue's naked.
Loves it.
He scratches my arms to ribbons. I try to get him
To
into
shreds,
the
you
basket.
say.
To shreds. I try to get him into the basket, but he stretches out and I can't fit him in. Oh, out! Oh no! I know when I'm defeated and I have to let him go. He scarpers off to the
means
distance.
like runs off.
Why not scamper?
Escapes quickly.
Scamper. I look down at my ravaged arms. Note to self, wear long sleeves when on caging duty.
The more you know.
Hey, I got one.
Okay.
Only got one.
Got a
heart.
rest. We're only on 13.9%.
We're never going to get that antidote.
Yeah.